Why the Jews are bad? What's wrong with them? Be honest, all of you Muslims, you love to live in Israel, not to live in the Palestinian Islamic territory. What you Muslims you do to your country, if you have one? Like, what do you do usually? What do you do? Saudi Arabia, after having incredible amount of money from oil for more than 80 years, until now they don't have a sewage. Until now, more than 80 to 90% of the population do not know how to write, how to read. Saudi Arabia became the most popular country of AIDS. This is what the money did to you. While other nations, they are building and reaching the moon, you Muslims are marrying more women and bringing more maids from Indonesia to rape them in Saudi Arabia. 1,200 servant maid from Indonesia, they got disappear in Saudi Arabia in 1 year, and they got killed. 1,200. And they say to you, Islam is the best religion and it's a way of life. You see how good the way of life is? You do not know that? Search. Prophet Google is there. Even the government of Indonesia forbid Indonesian women to work again in Saudi Arabia because of that. And look what they do. Those poor Indonesians, regardless of who they are Muslims, they are Christians, they are Buddhists. I mean, people are human. They want to live. They are poor people. You know, nothing wrong with work. You know, people, they want to support their family, so they, you know, you work as a maid only because you cannot find different job. That's when you are very poor. So they bring him over to Saudi Arabia. Right away when you go there, they take the passport from you and they hide it. That's it. You became their prisoner. And you are a female. You cannot even go on the street alone. You cannot even call anyone. You cannot talk to anyone. You cannot meet anyone. Nobody can visit you. And then they start raping you one by one. All the male in the household, the father, even the grandfather, even the neighbors, any friends of the owner of the house, you bring them. I have a slave, I have a slave, I have a servant, because in Islam it is halal. And then this woman, she get a bread, she have a baby now. She will have a baby soon. So what will do? We want to get rid of her. So what they do, they take her and they kill her and they throw her in the middle of the nowhere in the desert. Saudi Arabia is more than 1 million kilometers, which means if they dump you in the desert, you will be lucky to be found as bones after 20 years, if they found you. And they make a report that our maid, she ran away. She stole our jewelries and she ran away. She stole our jewelries and she ran away. And who is going to believe who? The master or the poor Indonesian women? They will believe the Saudi, because they knew the game. Have you ever heard of 1,200 murder? The police could not find one case. And who is the one who did the crime? It's impossible. So when you see what happened to Jamal Khashoggi, right? This guy is not a maid. Do you remember Jamal Khashoggi? Is he a maid? He is not. He's famous. He worked in Washington Post. He is an ex-terrorist. He's an assistant of the prince. He was in the Saudi intelligence. He worked in the Saudi embassy. I mean, this guy is all over the place. Even this guy, he went to the embassy, they cut him pieces, they made him shish kebab. Until now, they cannot find his body. This is why I say, anyone who go and work in Saudi Arabia, you are seeking your death. Because they can accuse you of anything, anytime they want. The Indonesian we are crying for, they are Muslims too. Those maids, most of them, they are Muslims. Maybe 95% of those women who get killed are Muslims, because Indonesia is a majority Muslim country. So we are talking about victims who themselves, they are Muslims, or the majority of them. The Saudi are not Islam. Why? Let me ask you, if a person he killed a slave in Islam, for insulting the prophet. What is the punishment for that? Dude, if I have a slave, she is a female, and she was insulting the prophet, what is the punishment for my slave for insulting the prophet according to Allah religion? Let me show you this story, guys, and show you that Islam and Saudi Arabia is exactly the same, to get those liars busted. This is a poor maid, servant, slave. You don't like Muhammad. Her owner is a Muslim blind man. A blind man who had a slave mother. She is mother, she had babies, who used to abuse the prophet. How she abused? She is a slave. She say, I don't, he's a liar. That's it. So this slave, she used to abuse the prophet. When you hear the word abuse, you think that Muhammad was a child. She spanked him. She take his food. She ate his sandwich. She stole his panty. She broke his toy. She is a poor slave. He rebuked her, but she did not give up. One night, she began to slander the prophet and abuse him. So you see the abuse? So he took his dagger and placed it in her belly and pressed it and killed her, and the child who came between her legs was smeared with the blood that was there. Look at this image. I don't know if you can make a movie about this. Her child is between her legs, and the mother, she is dying, and the blood is showering the baby. Do you see Muhammad here is a victim, brother? Muhammad is a victim, not this woman. Muhammad is the victim. The second day, the news came to the prophet, and the prophet is all about justice. Are you kidding me? No way. When the morning came, the prophet was informed about that, about killing of this woman. So he assembled the people and said, I'm going to judge by Allah about this man who killed that whatever. So the man, he stood up and he told him, I am her master. She used to abuse you and disparage you. I forbade her, but she did not stop. I rebuked her, but she did not abandon her habit. I have 2 sons, like pearls from her. She was my companion. Last night she began to abuse you. So I took my dagger and I put it in her belly and pressed it until I killed her. The prophet said, oh, be witness, no punishment for this blood. Do you see it? Do you see it, Muslims? So what's the difference between this story and those maids who disappear in Indonesia? Huh? Is that justice? And by the way, here, anyone notice how many stupid things happen? Not only how many ugly, disgusting things. Muhammad, he did not need witnesses. You see, in Islam, you need 4 witnesses to prove adultery. But the man, he killed the woman just because he said she insulted you, I killed her. Muhammad, he says it's okay, kill her. What if the man is lying? You know what I mean? Because now any man, he can kill his wife. They take him to the police. He says she insulted the prophet. Okay, let him go. That's it. Because now this is Sunnah. This is the law. Any Muslim man, he can kill his wife now. No witnesses, no proof of the story whatsoever. He did not say, do you have witnesses that say she said that in the front of everybody, etc. No, there's no witnesses. So any man can kill his wife, put a dagger in his belly, and shower his child between her legs by the blood of the mother. Look how evil he is and how evil this cult is, and they are proud about it. And Muhammad now is doing justice. And the funny, by the way, they say to us in Islam we are forbidden from killing women, right? That's what they lie to us. They say he cannot kill women. He killed her, and there's her blood is free, as if she is a chicken. Muhammad is God. You cannot speak against Muhammad. That will cause you your life. Your blood is for free.